Entrepreneurs Channel TV, creating a platform of expression for every woman.
First of all, I want to salute everybody. You can see the way I'm dressed like a soldier. Well, this program is put together primarily by the Hezekiah Oluwasanmi Foundation in conjunction with Mobi's Consult and the Green Army Organization. The Hezekiah Oluwasanmi Foundation, aptly named after the pioneer Vice Chancellor of the great University of Ife, late Professor Hezekiah Adedunmola Oluwasanmi. He was a very prominent academician in his lifetime, and he had a passion for building capacity in individuals, and he left his mark as a distinguished agronomist and established one of the biggest farms in Western region, somewhere yes. He established a very large farm in Jesha, believing that it's not all about academics, because food is a primary function of humanity. Without food, there is no existence. So anybody who is interested in feeding the nation, ending hunger in the land, should be given an applause. So please, can you put your hands together for who has convened this event, and I think it needs to be commended for this. Well, without wasting more time, I'm just here to welcome you, and on behalf of the organization, Hezekiah Oluwasanmi Foundation, I welcome you all to this occasion once again, and I can assure you you're going to have a very, very good time here today. We have eminent speakers drawn from different areas, agriculture, IT, and management, and other aspects that's going to make your being here today very, very profitable and beneficial to you. So once again, I welcome you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for that welcome address. Continuing our program, I want to introduce our guests, our speakers, and the Executive Secretary of the Foundation. I'll be calling them up to the high table, and please, when I call them, let's give them a round of applause. I call on our first speaker. I'll start with that. I call on Mr. Theophilus Ability. Let's give him a round of applause. Please come forward. Let's clap, please. Let's keep clapping. Okay, I call on our second speaker, Mrs. Olatoye. Please, let's keep clapping. But before we continue, I'll be inviting the Executive Secretary of the Foundation, the man who has seen to this being a reality. Let's give him a round of applause. I call on Mr. Oluwasanmi.
Thank you very much for coming. I'd like to recognize the presence in the audience of Chief Onwuni, who is an indigene of my own hometown. Thank you very much, sir, for coming from all that way. God will bless you. Let me go straight a pleasure to welcome you all to this occasion. This is a maiden seminar, which by God's grace is the first, but will not be the last. You know, I'd like to first of all apologize for our surroundings. You know, but when we were going into this program, right, we thought to ourselves that should we go and rent somewhere, you know, and incur more costs? I said to myself, no, we have somewhere that although it's not yet perfect, but I mean, we won't wait until something is perfect before we do anything. I said, no, let's manage with what we have and move forward. Hence, our using the backyard. I believe by God's grace, by this time next year, when we have another seminar, you come here, you'll be amazed by God's special grace. Thank you also for coming. I'd like to give a special welcome to our speakers, Ms. Olatoye, Mr. Adeleke, and Mr. Farinawa, who is not yet here, who by God's grace is on his way. Thank you all so much for agreeing to come, to impart knowledge to, especially to our youths, you know, who is our youth. The youths, the foundation has decided to focus mainly on youths of this nation, you know, because we are the future. The youths are the future of the nation. So that's one of the main areas that we're focusing on, to impart knowledge. So once more, I'd like to thank the speakers for coming, you know, and agreeing to impart knowledge that they have gained, knowledge and experience that they have gained over years, you know. Let me go and give you a brief history. My father, Professor Hezekiah Adedunmola Oluwasanmi, of blessed memory, was a patriot and a great Nigerian, you know. He's a man who dedicated his entire life, not most, his entire life to education and to educating Nigerians, you know, who has made a great impact on lives of Nigerians in all walks. It gives me great pleasure when I identify myself as an Oluwasanmi to anybody, to most people, academicians and people from all walks of life. And when I mention my name, and I mention the name Oluwasanmi, they automatically, something clicks in them and say, which Oluwasanmi? And when I tell them the Oluwasanmi, they start telling me great things about the man. So I believe most of us are here Yorubas, but for those of us who it makes my head swell when I mention that man's name and people start saying such wonderful and great things about him, you know. Before I continue, I'd like to, let me just digress a little bit, you know. This is a man who spent most of his life in the field of education and in the pursuit of making sure other people, I want to make money for myself, you know, I want to gain things for myself, and was about the collective good, you know. So this is one of the areas that he excelled in, that I hope could be imparted into generations coming up. That is not just what we can gain for ourselves, you know, but what can we do for Nigeria as a whole to benefit the country. You know, unfortunately, it seems that you know, the mode of thinking in Nigeria now is, let me take care of myself and my family. Nobody really has the greater cause in mind. That being said, I set up this foundation in his memory, not only to keep his great name alive, but also to start bringing a conscious awareness to our youths that the course he took, the path he took, is worthy of emulating. Who did everything for the collective good of his people and nation. He's shown the idea of taking care of himself and his immediate family, which unfortunately seems to be the mindset of Nigerians today. The primary goals of the foundation are set in the program, which you can see. So my hope, my personal hope and prayer, is for the youth to catch on to this vision and take agriculture to another level by using modern-day technological tools such as artificial intelligence, robotics, and software, which can be created here by the kind of minds we have, the brilliant minds we have, which will further enhance agriculture and bring us on par to the so-called advanced nations. This foundation also is ready to assist and sponsor brilliant minds and ideas to attain these goals. We are prepared to beg and borrow to see us through and to make this cause a reality. So what am I saying in short is that if you leave this seminar and you take something away from here and you find that, okay, this is something I could use, and perhaps you are financially stuck, this foundation will be ready to assist in pushing or moving your goals or your ideas or whatever you want to do forward. So we're ready to assist, financially to make sure you attain your dreams and goals within the field of agriculture and the tools that can be used to enhance agriculture. Finally, I actually hope that everyone leaves this seminar with some nuggets of gold in the form of ideas of what they can do to enhance themselves economically, backed up with the knowledge that the HAO Foundation is willing to assist in any way we possibly can. God bless you all and our great nation, Nigeria. Thank you very much.
A quick profile of our first speaker. Yes, profile, as she comes.
Yes, Adeleke is a CEO, entrepreneur, agribusiness consultant, and trainer. He's the founder of this consortium located at Ibadan, where they help in consulting, training, and human development. He has worked as the consultant/manager in Awolowo Family Limited in Ikorodu, Lagos State. He currently works as a health consultant at Better Agro Nigeria Limited, Ibadan, and as a farm management consultant at Forum Integrated Farm Limited, Ibadan, Ijebu-Ode. He is a public speaker, a project manager, a business developer, and a researcher. He has a bachelor degree in animal science, University of Ibadan, and all the certificates in MSME, Management of Enterprise Development, Lagos Center, Business School. Welcome with me, Mr. Theophilus.
And I would like to appreciate the foundation and Nubis Logistics Consultancy who have put this together. And I would also like to appreciate the life of Prof Hezekiah Adedunmola, because you rarely see most of our academia going into agribusiness. Even those who are lecturing the faculty of agri, they rarely go into it. So for him to have started the farm, it's a very, very noble pursuit. And this has a lot of effect on the quality and the practicality of what we give the students. Because I think agric is better taught when you've gone through it. And I've been in it for about 10 years now, and I just hope the little I'll be able to share with us will help us and move us ahead. The topic I was given is building capacity to harness opportunities in the agricultural field of technology age. Building capacity to harness opportunities in the agricultural field of technology age. In this topic, we have 4 main items which I will be talking about. Number 1 is building capacity. Number 2 is harnessing opportunities. 3 is agricultural frame, then technology age. Building capacity, harnessing opportunities, agricultural frame in the technology age. Let's start with building capacity. Building capacity is a process. It is not an event. Building capacity in any endeavor is a process. And it starts with the process of obtaining, improving, to retain. But what do you obtain? What do you improve? What do you retain? Skill. It starts with the process of obtaining, then improving, then you retain skills. It could be knowledge, it could be tools and equipment, either for your personal growth or for your enterprise. So the process of building capacity, it involves obtaining, improving, retaining skills, knowledge, tools, or equipment. And one of the valuable things about this foundation looking through, because when I was invited, I had to read the profile of Prof Hezekiah and the foundation, is their thematic areas. They are the cogent, most important areas in agriculture, which is inputs, land preparation, post-harvest. In the course of this exchange, I will be sharing some of my experience in each of these. Post-harvest. This year, we lost about 20% of our yield to post-harvest between storage and selling. 20%. Imagine if the profit margin is 20%. What have you made? Zero naira, zero kobo. You will be running at a loss. So these are some of the cogent parts of agriculture which they are tackling, and I want us to give them a round of applause for that. Thank you. Not only that, they have gone into fabrication. Some of those things I'll be talking about will also fabrication. We can not all the time run after imported equipment. It's cheaper to produce here. Silo, mixer, harvester, we have people who fabricate locally and they do it well, even correctly. Then conflict resolution, the herdsmen and the farmers crisis have been a major disaster. Even this year, cattle ate up about maybe 10 acres of part of our farm. 10 acres. And you go up and down police station, and at the end they will tell you, Mr. Man, just forget this case because it won't head anywhere. So you just forget it and leave everything to fate. So those are some of the issues they have been tackling now. I wish them well as they go forward in this. So building capacity. Every venture, every endeavor in life starts with capacity building. Every endeavor in life starts with capacity building. Capacity building of skills. And building of skills is not limited to reading books and watching videos. It's getting your hands on the job. Getting your hands on the job. You might start with volunteering, but getting your hands on the job. You can't understand the dynamics of the business, the dynamics of agriculture without getting your hands on the job. I don't mean taking hoe and cutlass. Life has gone beyond hoe and cutlass. So we need to get our hands on the job. Apart from reading books and watching videos, those are part of the process of building capacity, but we need to get our hands on the job, because in this 21st century, it's not about the physical power, it's about the brain power. So, and the process of the brain power involves constant studying, constant reading, and putting all those things you've learned into use. That's how you build skills. Because everybody will ask, what have you done in this life? Everybody will ask, what have you done? So it's not more about the power, it's about the brain power. That's why this century does not answer to gender. It doesn't answer to gender. It doesn't answer to age. It doesn't answer to age. If it is by age, the richest people should be people in their 80s upward. But in this century, a 20-year-old man can be a billionaire. A 20-year-old man. In this century, things have changed. I remember my father's days. Before you make your 1 million, you must have started going billionaire. But now, just with your phone and some other gadgets you have now, you can make $1 million right inside your bedroom. So this age is no more about the physical strength or how far you can run or the age or the gender. It's about the brain power. So building capacity is as important than ever before. And we have so many phases of building capacity. That's why I said capacity building is not just an event. And you know, journalism is about events, trends, and events. So building capacity is not just an event. It's a constant thing you do on a daily basis. Till the day we die, you keep building capacity. So if you start building capacity, because the skill required to start is different from the skill required to grow. If you return yourself to the stage of starting and all you have is the skill you have that got you started, you will hamper your own growth. So the skill required to start is different from the skill required to grow. It's different from the skill required to stay in the market. So the skill required to start, if you limit yourself to that, you will just be there 5-10 years doing the same thing, and before you know it, people will come who have better ideas, who have better skill, and they will just wipe you off the market and you are gone. We have examples of people who have stayed the way they are, and market trends just got them off, and they are nowhere to be found. So we need to keep building skills. We need at the stage of starting, then at the stage of growth, at maturity, and to stay in the market. And when it comes to agribusiness, agribusiness is one of those technical and dynamic business, and I wouldn't want us to start looking at agric as a developmental project or social investment project. In this part of maybe because we are just a developing country, we look at agric as a developmental project. Let's do rural development or social investment fund. No, agric itself is a business. It's a business. Billions of dollars are being used to import rice and maize. We still import maize in this country. Currently, imported maize goes for 78 naira per kg. Our whole local maize goes for 85 naira per kg. Though there are so many factors to that, which I will be touching, but we need to look at agric as a business and not a developmental project. If not, we will keep importing food. And imagine if it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable when we keep importing food on a daily. It's not sustainable. So let's look at agric as a business. What it takes to run a real estate business successfully is also what it takes to run agric successfully. I can tell you, it's not about going to farm. When we look at our fathers who have been farmers, I tell people in the, I deal with rural community a lot because farms are located mostly in the rural community. And they will tell me, this man is a very, very big farmer. I want them, what's the acreage of this land? They will say 5 acres.
Okay, we still need to come and read the paper of my second speaker.
An urban agricultural influencer, health coach, and founder of Green Gold Tea and Spices. She has her first degree at the University of Ibadan and second degree at the University of Lagos. She is also a scholarship recipient at the Virginia University, Netherlands. She is the founder of All My Life Women, Women and Children Ministry, a registered faith-based non-profit organization in Nigeria. She belongs to the Urban Farmers Africa Network, an African Women in Business Ministry. She is passionate about Africa's development. I present to you Mrs. Oluwasanmi. I'm
glad to be here today. I want to say thank you to the Executive Director of the Foundation. Thank you. Thank you for the consultant that invited me. And I want to say thank you to my big brother too, who is completely dressed in our outfits. Thank you for inviting me. Today, I think I'm speaking with farmers. Am I speaking with farmers? Are you farmer? If you desire to be a farmer, let me say, just with desire it. Are you working towards it? So today I'm going to be very, very practical. And I also want to thank God for my brother that spoke before me. And I will, as I teach you some of these things, I will also share my story along the way. I studied geography from the University of Ibadan. Brother, you're angry. When I came into this compound, I just looked around and I said, if I take hold of this compound, if I take hold of this compound, I know how much I will earn every month. So I'm not saying that agriculture is not about skill, but I'm also trying to tell us that you can start from where you are. I'm an urban agric influencer. The reason why I call myself a gardener, I don't call myself farmer, I call myself a gardener. So that when you say farmer, what comes to your mind is how many hectares or how many hectares does she or he have? But when I say gardener, What comes to your mind? Can someone help me? Sorry? Yeah, just when you say I'm a Ghana, just quickly summarize that she has a small space that she's working on. So yes, let's see. So the reason why I'm saying that, let's see how we can start from where we are. I did my MSc program from the University of Lagos. I studied geography, agriculture, geography and agri together. Geography talks about space, agri talks about production, so I combined the two. And when I was writing my MSc thesis, I covered Festac, Ibejuleki, 3 local governments in Lagos State. And at the end of the day, I collected data from vegetable producers. Most of them at that time were outsiders. If you are familiar with Lagos, Festac artists, you see lots of them along the road planting just vegetables. I collected the data, and with my supervisor, we sat down and we analyzed the data. And I could not believe that that volume that agricultural volume activity can actually take place in an urban center. The figure, the production figure, the income, they were overwhelming. If I can collect this type of data from Lagos State, it means that urban people can actually go into agriculture. So when you tell people go to agriculture, the first thing that comes to your mind is I have to move from the city to my village. And I want to tell you that you might not do that. You might do that later, but you might not do that initially. So I made up my mind I'm going to teach people on how to use the little space in their compound to grow food, at least to grow some of their own food. So I started urban agriculture advocacy in Lagos. I was going from one church, from one group to the other, teaching them on how to produce your food using your little space. So I started from there. We were in Lagos. In my backyard, I grew all the food I ate, almost all the vegetables that were eating in containers, because there was no space. We moved from Ebute Meta to Ibejuleki. I turned my store into a snail house. I turned all my flower pots into vegetable gardens, and we're harvesting. And my neighbors with posh cars, with corporately dressed in the morning, I said, told me, please, can we pluck some pepper? Can we pluck something? And I saw that almost everybody in the compound would just come to my house and pluck 1 or 2 things. And that thing helped me. Okay, if you can do this, then all of us can do it. We moved from Lagos to Akure. When I got to Akure, I saw land, I saw space, I saw unused land, and I was like, what's wrong with these people? Coming from Lagos, I produced some of my own food. Now I have land, people are not doing anything. And I made up my mind that, okay, maybe I should stop gardening, I should move to something bigger. We acquired land, and we planted pineapple and plantain. And I had laborers. No, I was bribing them to work for me. Apart from paying them, I was also bribing them to work for me. I'm trying to tell you that it's a business, so you have challenges. One of the major challenges in agriculture is labor. And I thank God that Mr. Adeleke said we have to move from labor to machine-intensive agriculture. So at that time, we had about acres. I would go to the farm, I would buy Indomie, I would buy Martina, just to encourage my workers to work. And as long as, at that time, anytime I'm in the farm, they work. By the time I turn my back, they just go back. So for 1 year, we invested so much on the land and we couldn't get any. And I can't continue like that. I think I have to stop. So I just made up my mind, no, I'm not going after big things again. Let me start from where I am. I want to do, it's a business for me. I want to do something that I can supervise. So we moved to our house in the village. Yeah, I live in Akure, 3 plots. And I said, everything I'm going to do, I'm going to start from here. I've done a lot. I've done quail farming, I've done poultry, I've done duck, I've done what else? I've done catfish, I've done a lot. So I know the challenges and all the problems with almost of everything. But along the line, I got discovered that I love people being healthy, I love healthy food, and I started planting herbs. In the village, in the bush where we were staying, people would come around and ask for And we said, mommy, you have moringa. Please, can we have some moringa? Can we have this? And people are coming to pluck things. And one day I just occurred to me that, okay, I'm giving this thing out free. Maybe I should turn it into a business. And I said, okay, I can turn it. I started moringa powder. I was selling moringa powder. I was selling things to people, and it was going. I planted about 15 stands of sour sop. And one day, and I most of the time, because I live in a village, most of the time I do all my marketing online with my phone. So I posted on my phone that I have sour sop leaves for sale. An Indian man called me from Lagos and said, "Oh, please, can we buy?" He said, "How much do you sell your sour sop?" I've never sold it before. I just tried it. He said, "How much do you sell your sour sop?" I said, "Okay." I said, 120 pieces, 120 leaves for 3,000. I said, "Oh, really? Please, can you package 3 packs for me? 120, 120, 120, that's 360, and send it to me." I said, "You can do that." I sent, the man paid 9,000, I sent, and the following week he called me again. "Can I have more?" I said, "This thing is sweet too." So I officially announced online that we sell 120 leaves for 3,000. So I posted the advert, and people were calling me Asaba, Dr. People, I didn't know that people wanted sour sop fresh leaves. So I was packaging and I was selling to them. And my Indian friend in Lagos, every week, of course, now I'm so sure that, okay, at least 9,000 will call me from Lagos every week. We did that for 8 months. I did that with the Indian guy for 8 months. Along the line, he told me that, "Okay, do you have fruits?" I said, "I have fruits." So I was supplying fruits to him. All of a sudden, he just stopped by me. He called me and said to me, before I started buying sour sop leaves from you, I had a health challenge, and I've taken these leaves for 8 months. I think I'm better, and I want to go back to my country.
Entrepreneurs Channel TV, creating a platform of expression for every woman.